Most homeowners ask the same question before their house even hits the market for sale, and that is, what should I be doing now before my house is even active? These pre-listing steps are simple, but skipping them can cost you time, stress, and money. So let's break them down one by one. First step is going to be a pre-home inspection. And should you do a pre-home inspection? And in my opinion, yes. Do you have to? No. So it's a personal preference, but this could be something that saves you a lot of money and prevents buyers from trying to negotiate during escrow. Now, granted, in the state of California, you could sell your property as is. So if you're planning on selling as is, or if a house is in need of some serious TLC and there's a lot of work to be done and you don't want to do that work, then of course you don't need to do it. Just disclose it. The second item is going to be curb appeal. Does curb appeal really matter, especially in a luxury market? And yes, I don't care what market you're in, it absolutely matters, especially in luxury markets here in Orange County. Your driveway, landscaping, the paint, and even your front door sets the tone the second a buyer pulls up and walks inside. I don't care if it's luxury or non-luxury, if it's a primary property, it's especially going to be an emotional decision and process. So ensuring that your curb appeal, like paint, any updates that you could do, essentially your outlets, making sure that it's all GFCI updated, essentially lighting, the way that you lay out or stage the property if you're not staging, how you could do small things to essentially ensure that when someone walks in, there's a wow moment, not a moment, doing touch-ups with paints and stuff like that, right? So just making sure that everything is dialed in so the second someone sees it and pulls up, they're left leaving with, oh, that property was great, not that property was horrible. Third item is going to be, do you need to stage or not? And honestly, this is a personal preference. It does definitely help you get more money when you stage correctly, because there's a lot of people who are not visual. So having a dead open space, I mean, it's sometimes difficult for a buyer to envision what that layout is going to look like. Now, when you have great staging, it is an investment. It's not cheap per se, but this is something that I have seen from other properties get more money just off the fact that the property was staged and someone came in and was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And sometimes they even buy the staged item. So do you have to? No. Does it help? Yes, absolutely. Is there times where you make more money? Yeah, I've seen it. And essentially there's a lot of case studies. And if you're interested in these case studies, contact me directly. I'm happy to send them to you. The fourth item is working through other brokers, because honestly, a question that we get asked is, how important is it to work through other brokers? And it's highly important. So when you hire someone like myself, you're really not just hiring myself, you're hiring Berkshire Hathaway, Home Services California Properties, and the teams that I assemble, from marketing to everything that Berkshire assembles and so on, especially from the vendors from escrow that ensure that we have a smooth closing from start to finish, right? Because that's always a very important aspect that people want to ensure is dialed in. So I assemble great teams, but in addition to that, we work with other brokers and top agents in the area. We have an agent focused campaign. So from emails to broker previews, essentially we syndicate to all of the broker websites. So that way, anyone that is going to Compass or any other competitor of Berkshire Hathaway, we get your listing shown on their website. So even though you list a property with Berkshire Hathaway, we're still getting your property shown on all of these different websites. And then in addition to that, we're doing events to bring agents and brokers to the property. On top of that, we're sending out emails to top agents in this area. And at the same time, on top of that, we're also following up directly with agents that we know have clients in this area. And then we're also present for showings, etc., and so on. So having the ability to work through Berkshire's resources is one huge benefit that I provide. The team that I assemble, from marketing, media, agencies to essentially top talent and so on, plus the resources that I just mentioned that Berkshire brings to the table, you're having your listing exposed globally, but also maximized locally, especially through another agent or broker who has qualified buyers who are looking for a property like yours through this home and have that wow moment. So when they make an offer, they don't want to miss out. So that's something to keep in mind. The fifth item is ways that we bring more value. So we actually cover I cover a home warranty during the listing period. So the moment your property is listed on the market to the time that we close, essentially I actually provide a home warranty program that I cover completely, but this just ensures that all the appliances and everything else is covered during that period of actually listing your property. Just another expense that you don't have to bear, and a way that I could provide more value by adding more security to you as a seller when selling your property. The sixth item is going to be detailed FAQs and resources, because do buyers really need every detail up front? Well, let's face it, no, but does it help? Yeah, absolutely, because the way that you represent a property from start to finish, from online to in person, makes a huge difference. So one thing that I like to do as an agent to separate myself is when someone walks into a room and there's been upgrades, or there's a lot of questions or key things that they should know about the property and area or city, neighborhood, and so on, I want to actually have boards laid out where they're professionally printed. It's not obstructing or taking away from the experience or layout of the property, but it's a place where someone could actually go and get the information that they're probably going to be asking or have, and they're maybe too shy or don't want to be sold to, so they're not going to ask that question. So we just want to provide all the information possible from floor plans, information, upgrades about the community, HOA, and so on and so on and so on. So that way when someone walks in, they could literally go and see all the information and browse through the house and have it be a guided tour, but more so an experience that's also educational. The seventh item is going to be positioning the house. And really, how do you position this house? Well, it's not just throwing it online with photos. Positioning means understanding how it compares to other homes on the market in the area and the story that the marketing is going to tell. But on top of that, how the pricing influences buyer psychology. So we want to make sure this property sticks out. We also want to make sure that we price this in a way where we're going to get it sold, set a record, but at the same time be realistic with the current market and the area that the property is located. So the first thing that I want to do is study the property, and I have a full process, different phases that we run through when listing a property. If you want to learn more about that, contact me directly, as I would love to come and see the property and give you a free consultation and give my opinion as far as how we should position it. At the same time, provide resources that you might need and give you a marketing proposal, so that way you have my opinion as far as how I would actually list your property, so you can compare it to the other agents that you're interviewing. And with that said, if you are preparing to list your property, go ahead and contact me. But if you're looking to buy a property or lease luxury, I'm here to help as well. You can also check out everything that I do at JarettRichards.com. It's also going to be in the description. If you have any questions or want me to cover a specific topic, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for the next video.